Maximising the return from your solar PV in the domestic setting at the moment is about using the energy yourself. In the olden days when we had feed-in tariffs, you just got paid for generating power and the government gave you money for it. That's not there anymore. So the savings are from not buying energy from your energy supplier. That's really what we're trying to achieve here. To get those savings, you need to consume the energy at the time it's being generated. And in practice, that's quite hard to do because the generation of the energy happens as a function of where the clouds are in the sky and what the sun's doing, whether it's raining or not, and so on. So it's not that easy to predict exactly when your solar is going to be up and down. So you can do things like you can try to put the washing machine and the dishwasher on during the day. If you've got an EV charger, that's a really good way to match the load between so that it varies according to when the sun's coming up. But in general, it's pretty tough to get a perfect match. So the battery takes away all of that equation. If you install a battery system with the PV, then what happens is if you're not using energy in your house at the moment it's being generated, it charges up the battery. Later on, normally in the evening, you're making dinner, sun's already gone down or the PV output's reduced considerably, the battery will then discharge to complement the last little bits of solar that are being used. So we find typically a 10 kilowatt hour battery is good for most household consumption, taking EVs out for the moment. With a 10 kilowatt hour battery, we find that it'll charge up by maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll supplement your evening PV while your usage is a bit higher, and then it'll power all your devices through the night, keeping the broadband and TV on standby and all that stuff. And then ideally, we're down to kind of 20 to 0% state of charge in the morning. And then as the sun comes up, the battery starts to charge up again and provides for the next day's cycle. So it's quite important to know that it's a daily cycle battery. Nobody yet has a system for seasonal storage for storing all your summer to use in the winter because that's thousands of kilowatt hours. And we're talking about 10 kilowatt hours of storage is our typical install for a battery in the house.